What's up, my dudes? As you can see, it's the perfect time for a pre-germination video. Yes, sir. Now, there are some common misconceptions about pre-germinating and a thing called priming the seed. Okay, we're gonna go over that today and exactly what you should do, because priming is a little weird, but we'll talk about that. Check out the recovery on the lawn. The grass will find a way. I mean, it is already poking through and it is looking delicious. I give it another couple days and then we'll start mowing. Since it's almost seed time, we have to get through this pre-germ video. I'm gonna head to the store real quick and get all the supplies. I already have everything going, but I'm just gonna rebuy stuff so we can go over how you can do it as well from the start. You guys are the best. I'll see you guys at the store. Wow. Okay, my dudes, the first thing you want to buy are these 5-gallon buckets. You're gonna need 2 of them. What you have to do is, and I'll show you at the crib, you're gonna poke holes in this one. The seed goes in here with your paint strainer. Then as you're draining, it's a lot easier to drain and rinse. Let's grab these. Where are these paint strainers at, bro? Guys, so we're gonna go over a couple tips and tricks as well as the time frame per seed. So again, this is cool season stuff. I've never pre-germinated any of the warm season grasses. So I usually go to Harbor Freight. It's a lot cheaper, but I decided to use this just because it's a different look and I support Lowe's. So Lowe's is cool. You know, let's just go to Harbor Freight because I want to go get some stuff there anyways. So just support these guys, buy these here, and then we'll go to Harbor Freight real quick just because I want to go. Be right back.
Sure, bro.
Hey!
What's going on, man?
Thanks for the support, brother. Shout out to my dude, works at Lowe's. Okay guys, so these are the buckets I usually get. I think they're cheaper at Harbor Freight. Yeah, pre-germ, I was skeptical at first, but it really does help kickstart the germination. Like the back was definitely pre-germed, and I'll go over what you have to mix it with because you have to have a carrier on top of the seed because you can't be spreading the wet seed unless you're just priming, which is a completely different thing. Priming your seed, you let it soak for a day and then you lay it out to dry and you can store it for months. But pre-germ is different. You have to soak it, soak it, rinse it. And there's a reason why you rinse it. It's because the toxins build up and you don't want to include that into your lawn. It can burn things. So little information for you. Guys, they don't have these paint strainers. Okay, looks like we're making a trip to Home Depot. Let's get these gloves anyways because we need the gloves. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We got free straps, bro. Come on. DeWalt mowers? What? Paint strainers. Very rare commodity. It seems that everyone is pre-germinating their seed. Let's go. Oh, and then you're gonna need some rubber bands or a hair tie. I know you guys' wives or your girlfriend has hair ties. I have the PSA card rubber bands. I hope I have a drill bit.
Thank you for shopping at the Home Depot.
Thank you, take care. All right, my dudes, time to get this pre-germination. Let's get back to the crib, make it happen. See you in a bit. My dude, it's raining like the Dickens. Get your pre-germination on. Here's your 2 buckets. I usually go 5 to 10 pounds per bucket. Get yourself a drill and a drill bit. It doesn't matter what size, as long as the water can go through. So I usually get a thicker-ish, you know, not too thick. How you guys doing, huh? I didn't ask that yet. It's been a crazy day for sure. As for this, it's gonna be a turf type tall fescue. Let's talk about and place things right here. How long should you pre-germinate your seed for? Perennial ryegrass is 3 days. Why do you ask? It's half the time that it takes to germinate. Everyone says that perennial rye can germinate in 3 days. Yeah, that's true. That's really hot weather, really nice soil, and it just pops through. But technically, I see like during spring, 7 days. So divide that by 2, 3.5 days, 3 days, 4 days, you'll be fine. You don't want to be leaving it too submerged for long periods of time because then the seed could just rot. Another thing too is people are constantly, I'm just gonna leave it in there for 14 days or 30 days that the seed germinate. They're like, I need to see the actual sprout come out of its butt. No, it's not gonna come out, bro. The seed potentially can crack. For instance, priming, all you're doing is watering it for 1 day submerged. That way the juices can get the germination kind of going, but it doesn't quite crack the seed. So you can store a primed seed for months at a time. After you do this process that we do, you gotta plant the seed within 3 to 5 days. Kentucky bluegrass takes about 15 days to germinate. It is a long time. Sometimes it takes longer. So I would highly suggest a 7-day, max 10-day pre-germination. I mean, that's a lot of like, you are saving a lot of water though, because think, you're just doing a 5-gallon bucket every single time, as opposed to watering it 24/7 that you have to do 3 times a day. Some of my dudes do 4 times a day, which is insane. Tall type. Turf type tall fescue. This can germinate anywhere from 10 to 15 days. So I highly suggest doing this for about 5 to 7 days, 7 max. So this is gonna be a 5-day pre-germination. Stay tuned. In 5 days, it's going down no matter what. Let's make this happen. Let me find a drill bit and let's go. All right, my dudes. A little thicker. How many holes do we drill? A good amount. So let's just start. Like so. Ooh, I want one up there too. 12 holes. Doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you can pull it up and it starts draining for you. After you do this right here, take your strainer, your paint strainer, like so. So it's just like a little netted paint strainer in the one with the holes. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And I got my PSA black rubber band you're gonna use to tie on the thing. And then I also use this. I use a rubber mallet to hold it down so it stays submerged. A lot of people do 12-hour rinsing. I don't know about you, but I'm not waking up every 2 hours just to rinse. Every 24 hours is fine. So if you do it now, do it again sometime in the evening tomorrow. It's not that serious. Don't do anything too serious with this lawn stuff or else you'll get bored. You gotta make everything fun. So we're gonna save this for our rye because we're definitely gonna pre-germinate our rye. After you do this, go ahead and weigh out your seed. So our little gallon jug, as well as a scale, and our Night Shift TTTF. Get yourself a cup, because I know you guys bought some disposable cups as well. I see it on the Amazon. I appreciate your guys' support. Don't forget to support the channel by buying something from Amazon. Seriously, thank you so much. It means the world to me. So turn on your scale, set it to pounds, and then reset it again. Now it's zeroed out. This whole thing filled up is 5 pounds, I guarantee you. Watch. Yeah, whole thing is 5 pounds. That's a good amount, bro. Yeah, bro. This is 5 pounds right here. That's what you want to do. 5 pounds per 5-gallon bucket is my recommendation, and I've been telling a lot of you guys to do it this way as well. All right, don't forget to put your Night Shift label in the bag so you know what grass it is, because I can't tell this between rye. After you do this, go ahead and tie up the paint strainer. Get your rubber band. Yeah, 5 pounds is really heavy, bro. So I like to just seal the deal like this, like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold that right there for the... Okay, my dudes. Okay, my dudes, water time. Now don't forget to put this bucket with the holes into this bucket. Okay, into the actual bucket. Easy peasy. Let me grab the hose. This has to be fully submerged. Go ahead and fill her up. Now what I do is, because it will float up for sure, rubber mallet, put the rubber mallet down into the situation. Couple things. Make sure that if you're doing a coated seed, that the first day you really try to wash off all the coated action. We don't use coated seed. It's kind of a pain. Like Kentucky 31, that Oregon mix, or the Oregon one that I had, that had coatings. It was a little frustrating. You had to get all that coating off. So leave an extra day for coating, because you pretty much didn't do anything if there's a coating on there. All right, we are pre-germinating, baby. 5 pounds is plenty for 1,000 square feet on an overseed. Like I could go heavier. But what I'll do is I'll do a pre-germ as well as some dry seed. If I notice the coverage isn't as much as I want. Once you put the carrier on, and we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, that's all you need. Now let me show you what happens when you actually pull this up to drain. You know what I mean? Making a mess. Checking it twice. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Pre-germination process. Once you are done with pre-germinating your seed and it is time to go seed, okay? I usually day of. So in the morning, I'll take out the seed, my last dump. And okay, the reason why you're dumping it, you can't just leave it in there for some amount of time. There's toxins in those seeds that turn the water toxic to your lawn. is what I've heard. The first time I took out the water, I literally used my Sunjoe sprayer and sprayed the water all over the backyard. Nothing happened. Nothing died. I feel like it was fine. Again, there's that inner retentiveness that we're talking about. But to be safe, empty it every 24 hours. Again, you want to be inner retentive? Every 12 hours. Do you, boo-boo. Okay, after you're done pre-germinating, this is gonna be your carrier. Not only is this your carrier, this is also your starter fertilizer. For every 1,000 square feet, full bag of Milorganite. Even though it says it treats up to 2,500 square feet, it's not gonna burn your lawn going 2.5 times the rate. If you go 10 times the rate, potentially could burn your lawn, you know what I mean? But at this point, we're gonna shave her down again. I kinda wanna dethatch again, just because there's a bunch of dog pee there now, and I don't want that. I hate that because I want to kind of disturb the soil around it. I mean, I could hand do it, but it's just nice to get it all even again. Per 1,000 square feet, full bag of Milorganite. Add the amount of seed you want to add into the Milorganite mix. So whether that be 5, 10, or 15 pounds per 1,000, if you're starting from scratch, go heavy. I mean, if it's 1,000 square feet, I'll put down 25 pounds. I don't care. But use 25 pounds of seed with this much Milorganite, okay? So don't go above that. This is your carrier. What you wanna do is you wanna mix Milorganite, then seed. Mix it together. Milorganite again, seed. Mix it together. We call it the layer cake, all right? You can tell I'm a fat kid. I love cake. Layer it up, mix it all together, you know what I mean? So it's all nicely even and distributed. That way, by the time you're done doing all your process, whatever the hell you're doing, the seed's a little bit not as moist, right? The carrier helps get some of that moisture, and it'll be easier to spread when it's time to spread your overseed project or your renovation or whatever you're doing. This really does cut a lot of the water. I mean, if I don't do this, I'm really watering, bro. I am like 3 times a day is what I'm doing. It's a lot of water. So imagine if you're just doing 5-gallon buckets and you're wasting 5 gallons, 25 gallons of water. I mean, one sitting of your sprinkler system could be 25 gallons in like a minute. You feel me? You feel me? So this is the carrier information. Make this happen. You guys are seeing all that. The final piece of advice that I'm gonna tell you about pre-germinating your seed is...
Yard Pro, I have a combination of Kentucky Bluegrass and Perennial Rye. How long should I germinate that for?
Ah, that is a great question, my friend. You take the seed that takes the least amount to pre-germinate, and that's how long you're gonna pre-germinate the entire mix. I said divide it by 2, right? So Perennial Rye, 7 days, 3 to 3.5 day pre-germination. If you have Kentucky Bluegrass mix in there, it's 3.5 days. You can't go any longer because, again, you might mess up the Perennial Rye. If you have a combo of seed, take the seed that germinates fastest, and that's how long you're gonna pre-germinate your seed for. My dudes, it's not rocket science. It is actually very simple to do this. At first, I was like, you know what? I don't need to do it. But realistically, you're saving about 3 to 5 days of water. And what's that in the long run? Who knows? Are you really doing anything special? Not really, but it's also something to do. And you're using an organic fertilizer as opposed to a synthetic starter fertilizer. You don't have to use starter fertilizer with your Milorganite. I do use a starter fertilizer about 10 days into the overseed, but that's another story for another day and another step for another video. For now, go ahead and do this, guys, right before you're about to put down your seed. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is Friday. I'm not much of a kick it guy anymore, so I'm just gonna edit this video. Like I said, my dudes, I'm very locked in to this game right now, and I'm loving it. Look at our lawn after a couple days of rain and a couple days of growing. Bro, you can't beat that. You can't even tell that there's sand there. Guys, once it stops raining, we have to glyphosate Jonathan's, Mousse, bunch of moss prevention for pretty much everyone. So I'm gonna be spraying Rick's, ours, Jonathan's, especially Mousse, because he's pretty much full shade. So we already did Rick's, we already did next door neighbor Rick's, as well as Matt's. And then after we do Matt's, we're gonna have to do glyphosate on pretty much everyone as well, except for us and Rick. and Rick next door, because we're just gonna overseed us three, because our lawns are looking too banging. You guys are the best. Thanks for the support. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you pre-germ this year. Test it out. It's fun. Again, priming, pre-germ is different. Description, check out that link, and you'll be good to go. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy. Yeah! Woo! Battery's about to die. Perfect short video. Bye!